Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're or whenever you're listening to this. This is Coffee with Kevin, and I'm Kevin. This is my coffee, and today I've got the live, laugh, and love coffee. I hope you're enjoying a nice piping hot cup of coffee or tea or maybe a smoothie or water, whatever it is. Enjoy, and I cheers to you. Oh goodness, it's October 24th. Already October 24th. Can you believe it? And today, on this day, I'm just gathering a little information to decide on this day. And I really can't see much on this day. I do know what's happening. I think it was 1857, the first football league was formed, and it's still here today. You might be saying, what is that, American League? No. This is British football. This is FIFA, was formed back then. This is also October 24th is also Black Thursday. In the 80s, when we had the big depression, it's also Bloody Monday from 2008, when we had another big recession. It was almost a world recession. It was incredible. However, to give you something a little better, a little more positive, especially when it comes to financial, 2018, on this day, someone became an instant billionaire. Someone from South Carolina won the $1.5 billion Mega Millions. So it's a day with a lot of history. So, welcome. And it's that time of the year. You can see a little bit of my background. I'm going to hide it so you can see. A little spooky out there. And so I got a new background. With the coffee theme, I've got a new background back there too. Some of you are probably looking at my shirt and saying, hey, wait a second, Kevin, I thought you moved to Florida. And I did. It did. I'm in Greater Tampa, Florida. And yes, I'm still a Red Sox fan. You grow up and you have these teams you're rooting for, and you can't not root for them. Even if they're not doing great. Red Sox didn't make it to the playoffs. And the Patriots, whom I love, aren't doing really well. But now I have an excuse for following some other teams besides, right? And the Buccaneers, decent. Of course, I came down here and Tom Brady left. So, I don't know what that says. Anyway, it's just wonderful. It's wonderful to be alive, and that's the way I'd love you all to be waking up and seeing your day every day, and that it's wonderful to be alive. And it truly is. It beats the alternative, doesn't it? It beats the alternative. No, but it can be fun, and you can make your day fun. Oh, I got Brenda. Brenda's on Facebook. If anyone else is on Facebook, I say hi. Appreciate it. I don't get to see the LinkedIn until later, or the YouTube comments until later, so I apologize. But I will. I'll look for them and try to respond. Okay. So let's talk about today. I wanted to talk about discipline. Let's talk about something that's really hard for a lot of us, is self-discipline. Self-discipline, meaning getting us to do the things we know we're supposed to do, the things we really, really need to do, want to do. And, a lot of the times the problems with self-discipline is motivation, it's procrastination gets in our way, and sometimes it's just plain and simple, right? You forget about what you want to do, what you're supposed to do, or the reason or the importance of what you want to do or are supposed to do, and something else comes in the way. Something else comes in the way. And let me share with you what I've shared with some of my clients. If you're really having a hard time, with getting certain things done, so just figure out the day before, or if you really want to challenge yourself, the week before, what you want to get done. What you want to get done. And here's the key. Write it down. Write it down on a piece of paper. Yes, you can type it. I love being on my computer, and I love typing and printing out sheets. You can do it, but it's not as powerful. It's not as powerful as engaging your physiology, as engaging your hand. And as you're writing something down, it's coming out of your mind, so you're saying it, and then you're reading it, so it really impresses. But write down what you want to do, and here's something, in case that importance thing, you forget the importance of it, or why you're doing it, or what it's going to do for you. Write down that why, or what it's going to do for you next to it. Write it down ahead of time before you come in, for that next day or for that next week. Get the list and pin it up. Now, if you want to retype it after you write it down, you're doing it even more so. It's in your head. It's sinking deeper, deeper, deeper. And then pin it up in front of you. I got a whiteboard in front of my desk that I write down what I need to do, what I need to get done. And it just reminds me, because otherwise, all these other things come up during the day, during our life, our daily life. They come up and say, okay, we got to get this done. Oh, yes, you got to go and run and get the butter. You got to go and, rake the yard and do this and do that. And sometimes those come up over the more important things, So keep the more important things on this paper in front of you. And then what you don't get done, you just move it. And after a while, if you're moving the same thing too many times, you're going to say to yourself, was this really important? Do I really need to do it? And if it is, this is the very next thing I'm going to do. It's the start of self-discipline. It's disciplining yourself to figure out what you need to do the next day. And task yourself to it. Become your own boss. No, let me reframe that for you. Become your own mentor. If you're helping a friend who couldn't get things done, what would you do for them? Become your own friend and mentor, and instruct yourself as to how to do that. And I think writing down what you need to get done is the first step of creating that self-discipline. Another cup of hot coffee. My wife asked me today, she says, do you always have coffee? And I think over 3 years we've been doing this, I think there's only been 2 times. One time I had tea, and one time I had an empty cup. And usually I have something. And sometimes I'll go out and have a cup of coffee. Thank you, Legalo. Appreciate it. Sometimes I go out and have a cup of coffee in a cup. So it's not always my mugs. Sometimes it's a paper cup, coffee cup from McDonald's or wherever. But I love this is Coffee with Kevin. And as you can tell, I love coffee. And I love having coffee with you. I hope you enjoyed the new intro. If you enjoyed the new intro, let me know. I love the fact that it looks like a coffee shop. And you've got coffee and me, Coffee with Kevin, my logo on the TV. And it's just wonderful, wonderful. It's soothing. It's not as vibrant as the music I had before, which I used to dance to. But it's just wonderful. All right. This has been Coffee with Kevin. I want you to make it a great rest of the day. I want you to make it a fantastic and awesome, even a dynamite rest of the day and rest of the week. Okay? Until next week, we'll see you then.